know which city has the highest number of commercial airports? With increasing burden on airports, many cities facilitated the idea of having two airports in the same city. For example, crowded cities like Chicago, Beijing, and Paris manage their air traffic with two major airports, one for international routes and the other for domestic flights. But London surpasses them all with its 6 airports, the highest number of airports in any city worldwide. This setup allows for an extensive distribution of air traffic across its numerous airports, setting it apart from the global norm. After all, why are there so many airports in London? Before heading forward, make sure you've subscribed to our channel for more fascinating videos. Where exactly are these airports? Namely, the 6 airports of London are London Heathrow, Gatwick, Luton, Stansted, London City, and Southend. It's fascinating to note that 4 of these airports are actually located outside of the city's boundaries, and some are quite a distance away. However, this doesn't mean they aren't considered London airports. Due to space constraints within city limits, it's common for major airports to be situated outside urban areas. Firstly, Heathrow Airport, the largest and busiest, is located to the west of London in the Hillingdon area. It handles the bulk of the city's long-haul international flights and is one of the world's busiest airports. Next is Gatwick Airport, and it's situated to the south of London, near Crawley in West Sussex. It serves as the second major airport for London, focusing on both international and domestic flights, and is known for handling a significant volume of European traffic. Then we have Luton Airport, which lies to the north of London in the town of Luton, Bedfordshire. This airport primarily caters to low-cost airlines and holiday charters, making it a popular choice for budget-conscious travelers. Next, Stansted Airport is located to the northeast of London, near Stansted, Mount Fitchet in Essex. It is a hub for many low-cost carriers and serves numerous European and Mediterranean destinations. Then, London City Airport is the most centrally located, situated in the Royal Docks in the eastern part of the city. Its proximity to London's financial district makes it particularly popular with business travelers. This airport handles a mix of short-haul international and domestic flights. And lastly, Southend Airport is the farthest from central London. Located in the town of Southend-on-Sea in Essex to the east of the city. It's a smaller airport that focuses on European destinations and has been growing in popularity in recent years. Despite their locations, these airports primarily serve passengers traveling to and from London, firmly establishing their status as London airports. Typically, even the world's largest cities manage with 2 or 3 airports at most. For example, China has several cities larger than London, yet none have more than 2 commercial airports. Similarly, Tokyo, the largest city in the world with a population 3 times that of London, operates with just 2 commercial airports. The fact that London supports 6 commercial airports highlights its extraordinary capacity and demand for air travel. To understand the purpose of 6 airports, we need to go back to the Second World War. During World War II, London's airports were repurposed as Air Force bases, and there were many more than 6 commercial airports we see today. Some of these locations were already airfields or aerodromes, while others were constructed specifically for military purposes. After the war, London faced a significant increase in demand for commercial flights, driven by the economic boom and the rise of international travel. This surge in air travel required the city to rapidly expand its airport infrastructure. However, finding large, undeveloped land within or near London to build new large-scale airports was nearly impossible due to the city's dense residential and industrial development. Instead, the government chose to convert existing military air bases into commercial airports, which provided a faster and more practical solution. The first major transformation occurred within Heathrow, which was developed in 1946 from a former military airfield into London's primary international airport. This move was crucial as Heathrow quickly became the main hub for long-haul flights, accommodating the growing number of international travelers. A few years later, Gatwick Airport was converted from another military base and opened in 1958 to help manage the increasing air traffic at Heathrow. Gatwick served as an additional hub for medium and long-haul flights, reducing overcrowding and providing more capacity. By the 1960s, air travel demand continued to soar, leading to the conversion of another northern military base into Stansted Airport. This transformation, completed in 1966, aimed to serve the northeastern region of London and further reduce the load on Heathrow and Gatwick. The decision was partly because both Heathrow and Gatwick were limited in their expansion capabilities due to being surrounded by built-up areas. In 1987, London City Airport was developed from scratch in the Docklands area, using an old dock that conveniently shaped a runway. Its proximity to the financial district made it ideal for business travelers, while also alleviating some pressure from the larger airports. Initially, Luton was not considered a key airport for London. However, as Heathrow, Gatwick, and Stansted reached capacity limits, Luton was rebranded in the 1990s and further developed to handle more flights. A new terminal was added, and the airport was integrated into London's network, with London added to its name. Lastly, Southend Airport, which had been a minor player, was rebranded as London Southend Airport in the late 2000s, and a new terminal was built to accommodate more passengers, contributing to the overall capacity and distribution of air traffic among London's airports. The transformation of these air bases into commercial airports was essential to managing the rapidly growing demands for air travel post-World War II. By utilizing existing infrastructure, London could expand its airport capacity efficiently, despite the lack of available large-scale land for new airport construction. This approach allowed the city to keep pace with the rising demand and ensured that London remained a key global travel hub. If London had initially planned for larger airports with the capacity for expansion, it might not have needed so many separate airports. For instance, Houston's 2 airports collectively have 7 runways, and Chicago's O'Hare Airport alone has 8 runways. This comparison highlights that London's need for multiple airports was due to early aviation decisions and lack of space for expansion plans. Moscow faced similar challenges, having to build new airports each time air traffic increased due to the surrounding land being utilized for other purposes. However, London's reliance on converting former air bases for its airports meant they had to keep adding more as air travel grew. After Stansted, the pattern of converting air bases ended. London City Airport was built from the ground up in a strategic location, providing easy access to the city center. Luton and Southend airports were developed further, with new terminals and rebranding to manage the increasing passenger volumes. Ultimately, London's complex airport development was a result of adapting existing military infrastructure to meet the growing demands of commercial air travel, creating a unique situation with 6 airports serving the city. Today, Heathrow and Gatwick remain London's largest and busiest airports, handling a combined total of around 1,100 flights daily. Heathrow operates at full capacity, where Gatwick is also nearing its limits. Stansted and Luton have become popular hubs for budget airlines, collectively managing about 450 flights a day. The city airport primarily caters to business travelers, with a mix of airlines, and Southend Airport offers limited routes with just one airline currently operating passenger flights. But one may think why London doesn't build a new larger airport and close some of the existing ones. The answer lies in the challenges of modern development. Finding a suitable large area for a new airport near London is nearly impossible due to several factors. First, available land is scarce. Second, undeveloped areas are often protected by green belt designation, which prevents construction. Additionally, protests, financial constraints, and political hurdles make large-scale airport projects extremely difficult. Despite all of these problematic factors, one thing that keeps on rising is the demand for flights, which has led to a formation of so many airports. As air travel continues to grow, the pressing question is what London will do when its current airports reach maximum capacity. Will the city navigate the challenges to construct a new airport, or will it attempt to expand one of the existing ones? Well, the technique of converting air bases might not work anymore, because of all the leftover bases do not lie in suitable regions for building an airport, or are way too far. But only time will reveal their next move. However, we can never disregard the fact that there are numerous cities more populated, or are much bigger in size than London. Still, Only the City of London holds this unique aspect of having 6 airports, while for others, 2, 3, or 4 airports were enough to do the job. And that's all about the London airports. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and make sure you've subscribed to our channel for more interesting videos.